Hey guys, welcome back to Select Button Games. God, it's been a while, Nathan.
It's been like a year.
It has been like
since an actual released recording. We had other stuff recorded. We lost it, and
we did. We had some technical issues, if you will, but those are fixed as far as I know. Knock on wood. I don't want to actually do that because it'll fuck with the recording, but presume that we've knocked on wood. Nathan, I have a special treat for you today. This is a game that we were sent from a developer. For the first time ever, that a developer has reached out to us and said, here, play our game ahead of its release.
That is correct. When is the release day?
Release day is October 9th on Steam, so not too much longer.
About another, week and a half?
Week and a half or so. It's called Team Indie. It's by a developer called Brightside Games, who are Germanic, I believe, from the Berlin area. I believe that is the correct accent. Berlin.
Berlin.
From my extensive research watching Euro Trip, if you remember that.
That is the only German accent I know how to do.
Well, I know a different one, but we're not going to get...
No.
We're not going to get into
No, we're going to...
We'll skirt that one a bit. We don't want to offend anybody. So this is Team Indie. It is a platformer / puzzle game. We gave it a little bit of a go earlier,
just to kind of get a feel for it, so we don't come in.
So we don't come
screw
in
things
and
up and make it look bad.
Screw the pooch, make it look bad, because we like to give everything a fair shot. Full disclaimer: we were given this game with 100% open arms from the developer. They didn't tell us that we had to say anything good.
We're not getting paid for this game. This is all
just... I mean, we got paid in the sense that they gave us a game for free. But in the industry, that's not really being paid. Because, I mean, that's just a tool you need to do your job.
Yep, we are doing this to
just
help them out.
And they're going to help us out by giving us games. So, no problem with that. The concept behind Team Indie, for those of you who haven't looked into it at all, and I'm sure there's quite a few of you out there that haven't, is a bunch of indie game characters appear alongside this cat, who you'll meet in a few seconds. And they all play uniquely to the way that they would play in their own game.
They have their own... They have the same special abilities they have in their games, and it helps you get through the levels, because you need to do different things that the cat can't do.
Exactly. So you'll see in a bit, but like you've got Bit Trip Runner, you've got Jitters, who I still don't know what game he's from. Hopefully somebody will leave that down in the comments below.
I'm hoping. We have the guy from Spelunky. I don't know his name. I've never played Spelunky. I just recognize him.
Yeah, and Braid guy with the tie there. I forget his name, but I like Braid, so that's cool.
Guy from Awesome Knots. What's his name?
I do not know Awesome Knot guy's name, but I do know Awesome Knots.
We'll just call him Jesse.
Well, Jesse was in the game. That's not his guy, but he was in the game.
He's Jesse now.
Awesome Knots is quite a good game, so we'll call him Jesse. Just to go over it real quick, guys, there is no options menu at all in this game, which is weird for a game, but what are you going to do? So this is literally the screen you'll see once you start after a brief intro video thing.
And it shows you like your controls.
It'll show you your controls. We know those already, so we're past that. You've got your medal room, which I assume is achievements and whatnot. Actually, let's go in there real quick, because we didn't look at that last time when we were playing. I like how the loading screens are disguised as fog. So yeah, so the medal room is all the medals you've collected in the levels. So like I said, we did look into it. We played a bit just to get a feel for it.
Oh yes, and they're all categorized by characters.
Which guy. So here's the Awesome Knots guy that we haven't played as yet because we haven't got that far. Whoever this chick is. Braid Man.
Spelunky Man.
What looks like a chipmunk from Spelunky. I don't know. I've never really played Spelunky. Darked Out Dude. And there looks there's way more.
And it's
I don't know who this is.
There's a zip line, sir.
Let's get back to the start. And then this chick. So, whatever, we'll go zipline. Whee!
It's actually an interactive medal room. I kind of like that. It's got the...
it reminds me a lot of Rayman Legends, actually, for... well, actually, it's on everything, but I played it on PS4. So, without further ado, we'll get into this. I'm going to give you guys a quick tutorial level. We're going to go through the first level and stuff. And we'll just get a feel for the game. Like I said, Nathan and I have already played it a bit.
As you can see, we have medals.
As you can see, we have medals, and we've unlocked... up to here, so we've unlocked quite a few levels.
Why is there a green? I don't get it. Green, then there's a gray.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, and I'm sure that there's probably some indication at some point to tell us that.
Is blue 100% or green 100%?
Well, no, because we 100%ed all three of these, and one's green and the others aren't.
Okay, then I don't understand.
So I don't know. But anyway, without further ado, let's dive into the first level here. So the first level is just a quick, like an introduction to the game. I'm going to skip the dialogue because I don't want to ruin the story for anyone who wants to play it. So you're the cat, and you've got a little bit of a floaty type walk to you, but the controls are really tight.
Really responsive.
The cat doesn't have much in terms of things he can do. He can jump. And that's about it.
That's about all he does.
The red gems are for the cat to collect, so you run around very Mario-esque, and you collect the gems the way Mario would collect the coins. And the levels are designed in such a way that you have to get to a portal at the end of the level, collecting boxes like this one with the treasures in it. We already had that one, but I guess you can recollect them. And you go through the levels, and those are checkpoints where you look at the little cat guy. If I was somebody... Whoop, see? I died, so I go back to the checkpoint. If I were somebody else other than the cat, like, say, Bit Trip Runner or Jitters or whoever, when you hit the cat point, that is when you switch from that character into the cat. And there's an interesting mechanic where once you've played the level as one of the other people, it's kind of like a ghost form of them doing exactly what you did that shows up, and you can use what they've done to further the cat's progress in the level.
Exactly.
Which is kind of neat.
You'll see in the next level we go to, because I believe we're just going to skip ahead.
Yeah, we're going to skip to the first one with Bit Trip Runner, because that was a good introduction to that mechanic, actually.
Which is this one?
Actually, I didn't like that one. Where's the one, you remember, with the doors? I think it was this one. With the portals and the doors.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay, so this is the level here. This one was quite interesting.
No.
Not the one I was thinking of, but this one actually demonstrates what I was thinking of even better. So in this level, we're going to start off as Bit Trip Runner. And these yellow balls that you're going to see on your screen there on the platforms will redirect Bit Trip Runner. If he's running right, he'll run left. If he's running left, he'll run right.
Because you don't control Bit Trip Runners. He just runs in a continuous pattern like he does in his game, and you just have to make up quick time decisions. And
exactly. So he performs exactly the way you would expect him to do if you've played his game.
Yeah.
Which I think is an incredible thing, to be honest with you. They took the spirit and the character from a game. They didn't just copy the character and say he lives in our world.
Yeah,
he performs like he does in his game.
Which is good.
It's a great homage to the character. So here's Bit Trip Runner, and if you die, he goes back. If you don't suck like I do, you can continue. And then as you see, every time he runs into one of those yellow balls, like... Whoop.
See, now you restart all over.
Now I restart all over again. God, I'm bad at this. Anyway, he hits the thing. I know what I did last time. I ran this way. I got this one. So the object as Bit Trip Runner, at least in this level, is to get to the part where you become the cat. And then once you become the cat, you won't die when you hit the sides of platforms, and you can freely explore the level more easily that way. So I think I screwed myself up.
I think you have to keep going.
I know you got to go to the top.
Up.
There it is. You got to jump, hit it, boom, and then here, and then now I'm the cat.
Now it just backs all the way up.
So now you'll notice, although in this level doesn't really play into anything, Bit Trip Runner continues on the exact path I pre-described for him. So in some levels, that will allow him to have opened doors, things like that, for the cat to continue his progress. Doesn't particularly matter in this level, so we don't need to worry about it. But in levels with, like, gates and stuff, or he was really good at opening those flowers up in the one level.
Yeah, there's flowers you couldn't jump over, he slides underneath, they go up, that allows the cat to run by.
Exactly, and you'll see that in one of the Jitters levels that we'll play, where we need to use Jitters to create platforms, because the cat needs to be able to get across a pit. Jitters is, I still have no idea what the hell game he's from, I'll be honest, but Jitters is a little blob, and he can create a platform. You can jump from here to the platform, so on and so forth. So that's how a level plays out. We collected everything in this level, although you don't have to. You can beat the level without doing so. I imagine there's a completion bonus at the end of the game. We haven't obviously got that far. But if you're a completionist, you can go ahead and do that. Nathan's blach noise is in reaction to an exceptionally strong energy drink we refer to as Black Death.
It's like Red Bull on steroids.
It is like steroid Red Bull. So
kicks you right in the back of the throat.
It does, doesn't it? So we're going to go take a dig into a level with... well, actually, it's perfect to put us in the first Jitters level. So here we go. We're going to take a look at some of the puzzle-solving action that you can do. So you start off as Jitters. You'll notice... skip the text again. You'll notice Jitters jumps around, just like the cat does. But he also has the unique feature, and I'll show that to you in a second when I actually need to do it, of making a platform out of part of his body mass. So, for example, that thing up there is unattainable. First of all, it's unattainable as Jitters anyway, but it's unattainable even for the cat because he can't make that jump. So, ideally, what I would need to do is jump up here, make a platform the cat can use, and then when the cat gets there with Jitters, he'll be able to use that platform to continue on his merry way. So now we're going to rewind, and you'll notice as I follow Jitters through the level, he's going to do exactly what we just did. Actually, first he's going to waste time hopping around. Because
you wasted time hopping around.
Yeah. So then, if we wait here for our good pal Jitters, he's going to come up here, and he's going to get me to that area that would otherwise be inaccessible.
After you're gonna do this like 3 times.
After I screw up, yeah. See, if you do it right the first time, you don't have to wait for yourself. So if you're looking for a good time challenge, you don't screw yourself over in the beginning.
Okay, and then you get your collectible.
But that was purely for demonstration purposes. It's not a big deal. So there's the collectible. We're gonna go here, boom, boom, boom. Use the jitters again, and if I'm lucky, there we go. This time
you got them all.
I got them all. When we went through this the first time, I didn't. So there's the beauty of demonstrating how beating a level a second time. You already know the layout of the level. You have a good shot at picking up stuff you missed the first time.
Replay value.
Replay value,
which is one of the most important things to me in a game.
Especially in a platformer. And I will say, you have the third level of replay value. You've got your first level where you play it once. You got your second level, like we just said, collect everything. But that total playtime counter down at the bottom gives you your third level. Because now I have everything, but I could go back in there and try for a better time.
Yep.
So they're not only giving you replay, they're giving you triple replay.
I don't know if the time makes a difference, if you get a little bonus at the end, but it's a personal thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's
I
a
want to see
personal
how
challenge.
fast I can do this.
And I imagine it probably does make a difference, although we don't know for sure. Again, we haven't beaten this game. Full disclosure, this is just our first impressions video.
Yeah, we will probably, most likely...
I'm going to say we were 100% going to.
Doing a playthrough after, but we want to wait till it's released. That way it doesn't ruin it for you guys, because we want you to buy this game. We don't want to get through the whole game and you'd be like, well, I already know what happens. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to spoil the story for you. That's why we're skipping the dialogue. We don't want to spoil all the levels for you because there's some really neat stuff in here. And more importantly, and this is just a personal thing, I want to wait till it's released because I want to give Brightside Games the opportunity to do all their last-minute bug fixing, polishing. If they want to change an entire level, scrap something, add something, whatever. I don't want to show you an unfinished product all the way through.
Yeah.
I don't mind giving you a preview of an unfinished product because that's what they sent it to us for. So, I mean, I'm not going to not do it, but I don't feel it's fair to represent the product as if it's finished when it's not finished.
Yeah, we're just kind of here to give you guys an idea.
Right, so...
show you how good it is, how much fun it is.
So sometime after it releases on Steam, Nathan and I are going to sit down, we'll power through the whole game, and then we'll release a full playthrough. And I know you've heard this from me before if you remember my playthrough of They Bleed Pixels, but you will see the ending of this game.
You're never going to finish that, are you?
You will see the ending of that game. I promise everybody, yourself included, that game, and that's my solo mission, you don't need to be here for that because I started it without you, that game will
I'm going to be here. I need to see the rage in person.
That game will be beaten. I don't know when. I'm going to need a mental lobotomy thing first, but at some point... Actually, you know what? I do know when. That game was started 2 years, maybe even 3 years ago, on Halloween.
So, we're not going to beat it by Halloween, are you?
The finale episode of that will come sometime after Halloween, but I will play it during the festive Halloween period.
Just so you guys know, he has,
that's like
351 days after Halloween. That's sometimes after Halloween. Sometime
within the 2014 year after Halloween. By Christmas, you will see the ending of that game.
Write it on your calendar.
Write it on your calendars. But anyway, we're talking too much about somebody else's game. I don't want to do that while we're previewing somebody else's. So we'll give you one more level here, and I think it's only fair we give you a level that we haven't played yet.
This one you play as both.
So we can go with just jitters, or we can go with jitters and bit trip.
Let's go with jitters and bit trip because this one we have not seen.
Well, we haven't seen either one of these, but I've never seen a combo of the two guys, so we'll try that out.
Playing as all three now.
Playing as all three could get interesting. I imagine by the end of the game, there's probably levels where you play as everybody in the game. That would be insane. Because the video gamer in me knows there might be something over here, so I just want to explore. There isn't, but there could have been.
What if you jump down?
I'm assuming pure death, but you know what? You wanted it, so let's do it.
Yep.
Pure death. All right. So I guess we're going right. Okay, so here we can choose who to turn into. It looks to me like jitters might be the best choice.
I believe that would be the correct choice.
So we're going to go jitters here, and then, oh, this is going to be dangerous. All right, so we're going to go here, collect that, jump, collect this over here, and then if we can reach Catman up there, we're going to turn back into Catman.
There you need to be, I believe, Bit Trip runner.
Yeah, so we're going to turn into Catman here. I wonder if Bit Trip can use the platforms.
I believe
he must be able to. Ooh, the timing on this is going to be hard, though.
Ah, he can indeed.
Okay, so that's neat. So you kind of want to make the timing work so that Bit Trip can use them. Because if you delayed too much and then you turn into Bit Trip, you can't stop him like you can the cat. So you can't wait around for... Ooh, that was a mistake. Yeah, that was definitely a mistake.
Yep. And goodbye.
Alright, so anyway, you can't wait around with Bit Trip like you can with the cat. So if you don't get the timing right, which I barely got as you see there, you're gonna have some problems.
I'm not gonna lie, I love this concept. It's unique. It's it's a challenge. It's a very simple concept, but it challenges you because it's timing. You need to figure out like how to do it. It's a solving.
It is, and it's, you know what, it's really fun, too. Like, I mean, sometimes these quote-unquote puzzle games are just frustrating. This one has exactly what I want to see in these kind of... Ooh, that is a jump you can make, but barely. It's got exactly what I want to see in this kind of, like, platform-esque type game. I should have waited for that.
Waited.
And now I'm going to be stuck as this. So I'm just going to go ahead and redo all this. See, this is why levels we haven't done yet. This is a true explorative thing. You get to see the process behind solving one of these levels.
It's true trial and error.
What was I going on about? Oh yeah, right. This is the kind of thing that you want to see in platformers, especially a puzzle platformer like this one. It's unique enough that the gimmick fits the game and adds something new to it. Like,
I think you somehow have to...
No, you got to go right here and just kind of...
Oh, there we go.
So the gimmick itself allows the game to be better for it. You know what I mean? Like, the gimmick isn't just something they put in the game for the sake of putting a gimmick in. It makes the game what it is the best way to describe it. And it's super fun, which doesn't hurt. I screwed that up.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have a double jitters. All right, so we got to go kill jitters. It's super fun, which helps, obviously. But it's not frustratingly hard either.
No.
It's hard. I don't want anybody to think it's easy. And I mean, obviously, if you're seeing me screw up, you can tell that it's not freaking easy. But it's challenging in the way that a game should be challenging.
I believe you need to go up.
Yeah, I need to go up. All right, so we're going to come back, and then we're going to go here, make the jump, turn into this, boom, boom, up here, over this guy, and then back into the cat. All right. So it's challenging in a way that rewards you for what you're doing. It makes you feel like, hey, I did a thing. I solved the puzzle.
Yeah.
Which I like. It's not like throw your controller...
Sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, it's not throw your controller at the wall angry hard. It's just, hey, I'm an idiot and I screwed up what I was supposed to be doing hard. This,
also, what the hell is that?
I was just about to say, this turnip or mushroom or whatever the hell he is.
Acorn.
See, I did screw up here, though. I could have collected that had I used jitters before.
You needed to pick that up.
I would have had to have jumped over the cat icon and done it. Again, that's something for the completionists out there. And I'm not going to lie, when we do our full playthrough, I'm probably going to try for that. But for now, that gave you a feeling of what the levels are like.
You still got...
I still got full completion on the gems. I would have to go back in and do that.
Also, the harder these levels get, like with the more people you use, the timing actually gets longer. That's 3.5 minutes. That's a whole, like, 2 minutes longer than our average up to this point.
And I feel like you could shave quite a bit of time off there if you weren't being retarded like I was.
Yes. Yeah, if you know what to do, when to do it, and get it done real quick, you could probably speed run through it in
exactly.
easy 2 minutes, maybe.
Personal pet peeve of mine that I want to point out, though, I hate games that give you two things to select, in this case, restart level and next level, and they give you a color on one of them. Now, I know from playing the game that green is the select color, but if you haven't played it before, am I moving the orange block or am I moving the green block? There's no indicator to tell you.
No.
There needs to be some kind of a glow or an arrow,
a circle,
something like that.
To make it obvious.
Purely a mechanic thing, and I mean, it's not like it's going to take you that long to figure out, but it's just kind of annoying. So I would recommend that they maybe add something like that. We're going to close this off. What I'm going to do, though, is...
Oh, we've moved up.
We have moved up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the credits for you guys, and Nathan and I are going to give you our final impressions while those credits are playing. Reason I'm doing that is I want to give total love to the guys over at Brightside Games for, A, sending us this game.
Absolutely.
Which we definitely appreciate. We love getting pre-release stuff. We love being able to preview it for people.
We're glad you chose us.
More importantly, we're glad you chose us. And I know we're a small channel, but I hope we did your game justice. And like I said, we will definitely be doing a full playthrough of this, so stay tuned for that, guys. So anyway, Nathan, credits are going. What are your final thoughts on Team Indie by Brightside Games?
It's beautifully done. Bright colors. It's not hazy. It looks like high def cartoon, I guess you would call it. The music, the game sounds incredible. I hope they actually release a soundtrack for it, which I'm not sure. You know, press release thing. Here's the game. No extras to it. The controls are really good. They're very responsive. They're not laggy. When you turn, it turns. You jump, it jumps. So on, so forth. I only played it for maybe like a minute and a half. Matt was doing this whole playthrough the whole time.
What if you hadn't been given a free copy, would you buy this game?
After I look into it, yes. It wouldn't be something I would look at and be like, oh, I'm going to buy this game. I would have to do like a little bit. One, I've never heard of Brightside Games. Two, I've never heard of this game before either, right? By the way, here's all the developers and all the games that they took all these...
stuff from.
All the characters from. But yeah, like if somebody was like, oh, like, check out this game. I'd go look at it, you know, do a little research. Maybe watch a video after it's released to see what it looks like. And then, yeah, I'd probably buy it. If it was something I just stumbled across...
Probably not.
Probably not. You know, it's not something I had heard of, and I'm depending on what the price range is. I mean, you go on the Steam page, it doesn't have a price. If it was like knowing what it is now, I would easily spend $20 on it. But if it was something I hadn't played and it was $20, I'm not willing to take any old risk. $20 on something I don't know if I'm gonna like.
So
it's kind of up in the air there.
Kind of like a long-winded way of saying you would recommend people at home buy this.
Yes.
Absolutely, I would 100% agree. And I will say this, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Currently, and this is just from the press release that we received with the game, it's scheduled for release on Steam on October 9th, and XBLA, which is the Xbox 360 marketplace, at some time in the future. Maybe October 9th, maybe not, that I'm not so sure on. In the event that you, at Brightside Games, release this game on Xbox One, which I imagine would be an easy port from Xbox 360, although, hell, I'm not a game developer, I have no freaking idea. I will, even though you gave me a free copy on Steam, I will buy this game with my own personal money and play it for my own personal fun on the Xbox One because I love this game. I know that we kind of glanced over it really fast as we were going through because I just wanted to show you mechanically how the game worked. But like Nathan said, I love the art style. It's got a beautiful color palette. It's all kinds of awesome looking. The music is incredible.
Yeah.
The controls are spot on. Gameplay is intense and 100% what I didn't expect from it. I figured going in that those guys would just be cameos. Maybe you wouldn't even play as them, the other indie guys.
Yeah, they were just kind of...
If you did, they would fit the world's mechanics, but they don't. They use their own mechanics, and the world bends to their game's mechanic versus forcing them to live within the world's mechanics. It's unique as all hell. I don't think I've ever played anything quite like it before.
No, it's definitely unique. And now, actually, that you mentioned the word palette... you look at the background, it actually looks like it's been painted. It's very brushstroke.
It does, yeah. It's got a very hand-drawn, anime-y type feel to it.
Which I like, but the characters themselves are solid and defined, whereas the background is like an artistic world. It's very nice.
And you didn't see very many enemies, and I mean, we haven't gone very far into the game, so we haven't seen very many enemies, but the enemies are creepy yet cool. Like, that turnip rutabaga thing will probably haunt my nightmares. I'm not gonna lie.
And you can't touch them, you can't jump on them, kill them, you have to avoid them.
Which some of the guys look like they have guns and whatnot, so they might be able to do something with that. I'd be interested to see how Braid Guy plays, because Braid's mechanic was he rewinds time, but that's already kind of a mechanic in this game. So I'd be interested to see how his interacts with the existing one in the game.
Well, we will find out after October 9th.
After October 9th when we do our full playthrough. But in case you guys didn't know from our ramblings, buy this game October 9th on Steam.
Do it.
Support Brightside Games, great developers, really great guys for giving us an early copy of this game.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. One final thing, if you liked this video, feel free to like it down at the bottom. If you disliked it, go ahead and dislike it. Don't really care.
Comment, let us know what you like, didn't like, blah, blah, blah.
Tell us what you'd like to see in the game, because we can pass that along to developers. Tell us what you think of the game. Tell us if you're going to buy the game. And most importantly, guys, and this one really helps us out, click that subscribe button.
Please.
Please subscribe. We've had quite the hiatus. We haven't dropped any subscribers in that time, which I'm super impressed by. Thanks all of you guys for sticking around.
The more of you that love us, the more we love you.
And the more game developers love us, the more we have games to show you. So, without further ado, I think we're going to wrap this up because it's becoming long-winded. Yes. Until next time, see ya!